All right, ladies and gentlemen, game one of our winners bracket. What is it? Winners bracket. Yeah, I had this up and then I tabbed away because we got so distracted talking about so many other things. Winners bracket 2.1 Warships Classic tournament. MOYAI versus HAKUY. MOYAI bringing with them a Z52 on north, heading down towards the 3-4 line. Probably going to try to spot all those torpedoes that are going to undoubtedly come up the channel. We've got ourselves a Yu Yang. This is a smoke build Yu Yang. Very interesting. Followed by unique upgrade Des Moines and a sniper spec Montana. In the middle is a Daring and Des Moines combo with unique upgrade. We're used to seeing that in this setup. And then we've got ourselves a Mecklenburg, and a unique upgrade Moscow. Finally, that's got to be radar. Yep, Manitar by himself at C cap. To the south is HAKUY, already spotting the Vamp Deuce at the B cap. Shots fired for him. There's a torpedo spec Shimakaze, a unique upgrade 420 Blaze at Harugumo, another Manitar, radar Manitar for HAKUY to the south. There's that Vamp Deuce again. We have a regular reload spec Moskva. That's very interesting. Unique upgrade Moskva heading towards the seaside with a sniper spec Montana and a Grozovoy and a also interesting just a reload, just a straight reload Des Moines heading to the 910 line. Now MOYAI was the seeded team. I think. Let me double check. Yes. MOYAI was the seeded team, and HAKUY actually didn't have to play a game so far because CSN had to forfeit. So this is the first match for both games today. This is a best of 3. And my co-caster wants on my left finally. He has finally woken up, and he is here to join us all. I love the name for this Moskva, War Gambling Enjoyer. Very nice. And he's facing off against Rice Enjoyer up to the other side. Well, this is your typical play at north, both sides putting radar cruisers either side of B, both sides just kind of sitting there doing whatever. Now, with the Z52 there, you can see his Hydro is active, and his Hydro should be catching the Vamp Deuce. The problem is, well, Minotaur has shots on him because he's currently spotted. How is he spotted? Radars are down. He must have shot his guns or something. Either way, that's going to force him off a little bit. Let's take a look at the other side. A side invariably becomes a gigantic death snail thing. So, no surprise there. Absolutely no surprise there. We got deep water torpedoes coming towards the Minotaur. Not going to matter too much. Brody detected, but again, not going to matter too much. So I just noticed this. Apologies. HAKUY only has one battleship. They brought the Montana, and that is it for battleships. Now, Armored Cucumber is probably going to have a shot on this Minotaur. Let's go ahead and follow that, because that could be catastrophic depending on how it turns out. Nope. Just missed, and the Minotaur beaches himself. So, both teams just doing the usual thing. Both teams have a Montana that's trying to support their side. Now, MOYAI's got a Mecklenburg, and I want to look at that for a minute here. Mecklenburg's an interesting choice. Look at all the gun barrels. Of course, it's German, so it's got the armor and all that good stuff too. It's got torpedoes. I don't know. Curious about how they're going to use it. I haven't really seen a Mecklenburg used in competitive warships that you know, carries the team to victory or whatnot, you know? So, we'll see. Torpedoes coming in on the Des Moines position, but he's got Hydro. He'll get out, no problemo. And this is what it is. Just a lot of back and forth. Now I missed that MOYAI did get the B cap. So Hakuy's got the A, MOYAI's got the B, and HAKUY is going into the C cap right now. I'm sure we're going to see a Moskva radar in a few moments. There it is. World Spawn is going to be forced out of the C cap. But looking at points right now, MOYAI with the B cap has a slight advantage over HAKUY. Daring getting some shots in on the Grozovoy as well. Besides that, not much else is happening here. Here comes a mech salvo on the Des Moines. Meh. So far, all he's doing is getting farmed. Evie is on my lap, and I think he's leaning his head against my elbow. He just fell asleep for a second while standing up. Oh, we had a long night. We had a Stevie wake-up call at 3 in the morning. So that was fun. Oh, contact! On the 4 line, Rice Enjoyer, Z52 versus Vamp Deuce. And here's where the Z52 really shines. He's got his smoke up. He's got his Hydra up. And because of that, the Vamp Deuce is going to be consistently spotted. And you can see that the Vamp Deuce is going to have to back off. The question is, are we going to see any other ships with shots on him? And I don't think so. Everybody's too far off to the side. Torpedoes coming in on the Des Moines. Narrowly dodges that. Yu Yang now detected on Minotaur radar is going to be forced to back off. And that Harugumo and Vamp Deuce combo now is going to be... it's actually pushed directly into the Yu Yang. C cap does flip for HAKUY. That's going to help them gain some points. Although A is contested right now. So both teams are only getting 1 cap gain right now. Torpedoes coming through the Minotaur. Gay. Nothing doing there. Look at this. MOYAI has actually shoved their Montana into A cap. That's an interesting decision. Torpedoes, yeah, he'll be fine. So this is, we're halfway through the battle. No ships have been sunk. A lot of jockeying for position. If you were to draw a line through that mini-map, I'll make that line right here. There's that line, and you can see MOYAI has more control of the map at this point. Simply because of the way that HAKUY is deploying. Their destroyers are kind of swimming around south of B cap. I'm wondering if they're going to try to make something happen. I don't know how they can, though, with that Des Moines in that position. They really need to have a battleship right about here that can get an angle on that Des Moines. But their only battleship is, well, all the way on the other side of the map. So I'm really not sure what HAKUY is going to be able to do to counter the situation. There they go. They try to go into B-Cap like I thought. And here comes the Des Moines radar. And World Spawn is just going to take a couple of salvos for free-ish. And then there's others opening up on the Des Moines as well. There's the Vamp Deuce. Harugumo shooting him too. So they're going to try to use their destroyers. But they're trading a lot of hit points for this. There goes the Vamp Deuce's hit point pool. Rosovoy is trying to heal. He just took a big hit from something over there. Guessing that's the Moskva. As shots from the Des Moines continue to fly in from the A side. So they're really selling this farm to try to get this kill on the Des Moines, and it just ain't happening. I mean, look, Des Moines is at only half health and plenty of heal capacity left. Now that does push him back enough to where World Spawn might be able to go back into B. There he goes. Knowing that radar is down for the Des Moines. More torpedoes coming in. One does connect with Brody's Des Moines now. Radar going up by the Minotaur. As soon as Brody continues to move forward, we'll have a little bit of a Spider-Man meme as both cruisers, radar cruisers, detect each other. Cassius once Harugumo comes around, and I like this play. They know they got a torpedo hit. They have a good idea of where this Des Moines is. So this Harugumo is using his reload booster, and he's dumping torpedoes into that smoke. You combine that with the Shimakaze torpedoes over here, that could be problematic for Brody's Des Moines. Meanwhile, HAKUY does walk away with the B-Cap. So now they have 2 caps that are gaining points to MOYAI's 1. It's a good situation for HAKUY to be in. Does put a bit of a clock, a little bit of cap pressure on MOYAI to do something. Meanwhile, here comes some torpedoes. It looks like the Des Moines did get detected. He's quite low. He's burning. He's backing up. He might very well take another torpedo here from this Gumo. Although he fired it outside of radar range, so I actually think these torps are going to fizzle. No, they hit. Wow. Oh, that's right. 12 versus 10 kilometer. Yeah, just enough range. What am I thinking? Anyway, I called it a few minutes ago. There's that torpedo strike. And just like that, HAKUY just picks up a kill. They've got the point lead. They've got the cap advantage. Now it's up to MOYAI to do something to respond. And the Grozovoy here might be throwing his life away.
The enemy is about to win.
He's going for the Montana. He's going to go into the cap and smoke. Now, as soon as he does that, the Yu Yang over here obviously knows he's there. But this is a smoke Yu Yang, not a radar Yu Yang. If he was a radar Yu Yang, he'd pop the radar, and this Grozovoy would be in a world of hurt. Not happening, though. Montana now turning broadside-ish. I think he'll actually dodge most of these torpedoes. Z-52 now for MOYAI going into the B-Cap. Kind of
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
zoom back out so y'all can see the how things are starting to form here. A does get capped by that Grozovoy. So HAKUY looking really strong now. Here comes the Vamp Deuce once again caught out. Once again being shot at. His engines are broken. There's the DCP. He goes dark. More shells coming in, and the Montana, of all people, takes down that Vamp Deuce. That's a huge kill for MOYAI. They needed that kill. They managed to get the B-Cap as well. As Yu Yang for MOYAI backs himself into the A-Cap to try to flip that cap again. Very highly contested cap over here. All right, there's the Yu Yang opening up, and he is doing exactly what his name says, and there it goes. So HAKUY comes away with the A cap and solid control of that part of the board. We haven't been talking about C much. Look at the Minotaur. They pulled the Minotaur directly out of C cap, and now the Minotaur is going down this channel. That being said, Demo's Des Moines is pretty much getting farmed out here. There he goes. 924 to 694, I'll tell you. I don't see a way for MOYAI to get back into this game. Okay. Got ourselves a Moskva versus Minotaur fight with 3 seconds to go. There it is. Once again, no death pick available. So let's just, you know, do something crazy like that. Why not? Alright, well, congratulations to HAKUY for winning the first battle. We're going to move on to Northern Waters momentarily. Because of that break, guys, I'm going to have to do another ad break earlier than I had expected or wanted to. Sorry. Here we go. Hey, I got it right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Game 2, MOYAI versus HAKUY. MOYAI wants to desperately win this game to ensure that they will not be knocked into the loser's bracket, and they want to force a Game 3. Of course, we all love Game 3, so that would be nice to see as well. HAKUY, of course, wants to win this and have a nice little break before they start up with their next round. So this is Northern Waters. Let's take a look at the ship lineup. We've got ourselves, from MOYAI, a Z-52, a Daring, and a Yu Yang. This is a smoke build Yu Yang. We saw them run smoke Yu Yang last game. Didn't quite work out for them. Moskva unique upgrade, Des Moines range upgrade, Moskva unique, other Des Moines unique upgrade, Yamato unique upgrade, and Schlieffen full secondary with consumables module. It's interesting seeing a Yamato. We saw one last weekend, but they were not that commonplace. Posing him to the south, HAKUY has going to the middle a lone Vamp Deuce. Z-52 going to the B cap is also very common on this map. Double Grozovoy this time. 2 Grozovoys going together. Now, it's interesting, neither of them are running unique upgrade. Supporting them is a Reload Des Moines, a Reload Stalingrad, and a Sniper Spec Montana. Generally, in competitive, a Reload Stalin, I'd rather see a range Stalin. It just gives up much more flexibility for cross shots on the map. Battleship-wise, we got ourselves a Bragon heading towards C-Cap with a Minotaur in front of him, and there's a gearing in front. Now, this is not a unique upgrade gearing either, which is also interesting. Unique upgrade is almost always a just expected, right? Because that brings its concealment down to Shima levels. Of course, you lose gun DPM for doing so. It does give you a lot of spotting damage and capabilities. He does have the torpedo in slot 6. Swift and Silence is interesting too. He does not go for the torpedo reload. There's just not enough room to put that in. You'd have to drop Adrenaline Rush, I suppose, to do that. Early contact going out. Oh, look, there's a radar cruiser where a radar cruiser typically is. I'm shocked and appalled and so surprised. What I'm surprised I don't see is a plane yet from this Montana. I would have expected him to pop that plane and then immediately look at this Des Moines, who's got conga line torpedoes coming in, but I don't think they're going to hit. Now, the reason for the plane, a lot of people think plane, okay, that just increases your range. Nice hit there in the front. But the other thing it does is it tightens up your vertical dispersion. And especially if you're going like right now, I mean, look at the Des Moines. It's almost full straight onto that Montana. Tighter vertical dispersion could very well mean 1 or 2 more citadels. So I'm surprised to not see that plane up. HAKUY does get the A-cap easily enough with the duel of Grozovoy. MOYAI doesn't even seem to be interested in contesting it, only putting a lone Schlieffen over there. My guess is they're going to wait for HAKUY to rotate off of the A-cap with those destroyers, and then they're just going to walk the Schlieffen in. And hopefully just, you know, clobber whatever's there. Alright, here's the Burgon getting ready to go. Z-52 does capture the B-cap for MOYAI. Now, MOYAI is going to also be able to just walk into the C-cap, so that will work in their favor. Deepwater Torps coming past renamed users Minotaur. Look at the Schlieffen. He's actually turned around. Ah, I see. I think I know what they're going to try to do. They're going to use him as a trapdoor spider. If these guys push through A, he'll swing right in. I think that's what their plan is. Okay. See how that works out for him. Looks like the Vampire Deuce is getting ready to go back into B. But that Des Moines, of course, is still there. There's the crawling smoke. He's opening up on the Yamato. Yamato is caught bow in. He's healing right now. I know he's been shooting at the Burgon. Long-range battleship shells coming in on the Moskva. They aren't going to hit. I really feel like this Montana, though, needs to be taking out the Des Moines. And focusing only on this Des Moines for right now. Here comes the next salvo. Notice that was a full salvo fire. Personally, I find when a target is bow stern on like the Des Moines is, I would rather ripple fire, hold my mouse button down, and let each turret fire individually. I find that the dispersion is generally tighter that way. Salvo fire, like what happened there, if the Des Moines was broadside, salvo fire makes sense. But you guys saw how flat that salvo was when it landed. Anyway, Yamato Pisha is already quite low. Clearly the farm target for that team. Another salvo coming in from the Montana. Not doing much. It's interesting though, this Des Moines has range module, so he's actually able to shoot all the way at the Montana. Here's the next salvo from the Montana. Let's follow that and see where it goes. Jeez. Rosovoy torpedoes where the Schlieffen is. Schlieffen was detected for a little bit. Probably on... Oh, no, not on radar. He must have just backed up to see what was going on. Got himself detected. Lost a decent amount of hit points, but more importantly, he just told the enemy team where he is. I'm sure by now they probably figured the Schlieffen was there or something, but still. A little bit of a fight taking place down here at the B-cap. I don't see a way for HAKUY to get back into the B-cap, though. MOYAI still has pretty firm control over the C-cap. MOYAI's main problem right now is the Yamato and the Schlieffen. Model quite low. Schlieffen in no position to really have an impact on the battle just yet. As an interesting side note, the Schlieffen could probably just turn around and charge the Des Moines. And assuming he's able to dodge Grozavoy torpedoes, he should be fine. Actually, the Moskva right now, I mean, we have the God's Eye, right? We can see everything. Moskva could actually just hit W. Brody could go W and focus down that Grozavoy while the Schlieffen focuses the Des Moines. And that could be a very interesting cooperative play. But MOYAI is going to sit for right now and hold what they got. And HAKUY is bringing up their Vamp Deuce to test the waters at sea cap. Can he get into sea and take it? He's going very close to this island. Note the other torpedoes coming from this Daring. That's a radiolocation torpedo. He knows something is there, so he's firing torpedoes in that general direction, figuring the Vamp Deuce, if he's going to go into the sea cap, he's going to go into this little corner and try to cap for free from that corner. Very good play by MOYAI's Daring. Now, those torpedoes will probably miss. Well, let's stay with him for a little bit longer and see what happens. He does get spotted. That forces him to go forward. He's going to go right in front of these torpedoes. I don't think he's going to take any, though. No, but boy, timed a little bit differently. If that radar that caught him, that's the Moskva's radar. If that Moskva radar had held just a little bit longer, that could very well be a dead Vamp Deuce. Either way, he is pushed off the cap, and so you can see MOYAI has a 100 and almost 50-point lead on the strength of 2 caps. Schlieffen torpedoes go by the Des Moines, don't do too much. And now, HAKUY realizing they have to make something work, they brought both Grozavoys back, and now those Grozavoys are working together. Probably going to try to go into the B cap. This Des Moines has just refused to take damage. Not refused to die, he's just refused to take damage. Very impressive. We're watching the Montana right now, trying to get an idea of when he's going to shoot. There he goes, he fires, he does the... Look how flat these shells are coming out. Because he did the salvo fire. And once again, meh. It's just crazy. Absolute craziness. I've never seen a Des Moines hold out that long there. MOYAI gets a kill. They killed the Gearing, who's trying to get their Minotaur up into range with radar and everything else. And Yamato shells come in. Could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Losing a Gearing, though, is very unfortunate. Cassius goes in with the Grozavoy to the safe. Try to get to the safety behind this island. Guys, I have a strong feeling we're going to a Game 3. And I don't know about you all. I'm totally not upset about this. I am here for all the Game 3s we can muster, you know? Burgon showing broadside to the Yamato, gets clobbered. Not as much as could have been. But take a look now. Red has 2 caps and they are flipping the B cap. So all of a sudden it goes from, MOYAI looking really strong to now they're not generating any points whatsoever. Schlieffen is still sitting. Minotaur taking some big hits from the Des Moines there. It's going to be forced out in front, and then there's the Yamato salvo. Doesn't quite get the kill. Moskva, though.
The enemy is about to win.
Moskva finishes the job. Alright, so MOYAI now up 2 ships. Technically still up points, but they have no caps. They're probably going to start pressing W at some point. Get into a cap, flip it, whatever. Torpedoes on Rice Enjoyers Z-52 broadside. He's reversing. Ho, ho, ho. That was a close one. MOYAI Schlieffen is finally deciding it's time to do something. He's going to turn around now that all the Grozeways are accounted for. He knows it's a 1v1 with the Des Moines. So he's just going to sail up broadside to it, I guess. Question mark? Z-52 does go into the B-cap, Stalingrad radars. That is going to catch the Z-52 Rice Enjoyer out. He's going to be forced to back off. Ash is finally starting to get some shells from the side. Silver's daring is able to shoot at him. Looks like the Moskva's trying. No, Moskva's shooting at the Stalingrad on the other side. Z-52 just got chunked a bit. I just can't believe that this entire match, you've got a battleship that's afraid to push on a cruiser. He is going to land a torpedo on the Des Moines. That takes him down to less than 10,000. At some point, maybe that guy will get into it. Torpedoes, speaking of torpedoes, they hit War Gambling Enjoyers Burgon, Deep Waters do, and that triggers a DCP and a heal. And once again, he is broadside to the Yamato and pretty much everything else out there. I'm sure they're all going to focus fire him down. There's the Des Moines salvos coming in. Yu Yang is shooting him. This Burgon is pretty much gone. World Spawn might take a torpedo as well. That's meant for the Burgon. Burgon's dark. Burgon's dark. And yes,
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
he does take that torpedo. So, one kill will finish this match. One kill. And there's the Burgon who's just burning away. He was dark for a second and he just took a shot. Probably figuring he's dead anyway. And as soon as he goes, that will be it. Ta-da! Game 3. Going to a game 3, guys. Going to a game 3. Yeah. Nicely done. Both teams. MOYAI saying we're not ready to go down yet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game 3. Gotta love game 3s. Gotta love game 3s. So we have with us for MOYAI a gearing. This is a torpedo spec gearing. Once again, not unique upgrade. We've got ourselves a daring and a Yu Yang. This time the Yu Yang has changed to radar. Torpedo spec. We got a Venezia with unique upgrade, Moskva unique upgrade, Moskva unique upgrade, Des Moines unique upgrade, and then finally Sniper Spec Montana. And there's that Mecklenburg again. Spec for, well, looks like main guns and spotter plane. Posing them to the south on Warrior's Path, we have HAKUY with a torpedo spec Shimakaze. These are 12 kilometers. A Elbing. This is the first time we've seen an Elbing for quite some time. Spec for guns, Grozevoy, a Vamp Deuce. For cruisers, we've got a reload spec Des Moines, a reload spec Stalingrad, another reload spec Stalingrad, and a Manitar. Oh yeah. And then for battleships... Oh, sorry, did I miss the other Minotaur? I guess there's 2 Minotaurs. Oh, wait a minute. There's no battleships on HAKUY's side. So they're doing kind of similar to what we just saw last game. They're like, yeah, we don't need battleships. Or not last game, game 1. Apologies. So they're putting more of their faith in their cruisers and the ability of those cruisers to go around and do dirty things. Now, I'm thinking about the rules for a second here. You don't necessarily gain anything by being able to do this. So really, it's just they're going for more of a DPM, I suppose. Cool. Just checking something real quick. Thought so. So both teams looks like they're well, no. HAKUY is going more of a balanced one to each side, and then MOYAI is going harder for A B. They're kind of ignoring C a little bit, other than that Yu Yang Venezia combo, which is a very strong combo for kiting away. I guess that was a thought that the Moscow might back up too far. Anyway, Des Moines, Moscow, look, radars in the usual radar location. Let's hit the Alt key and you can see all the different radar circles in these different positions. No radar has been triggered yet because neither ship has gotten into the cap, but as soon as one does, you better believe you're going to see radars lighting up from both sides, because one will radar, the other will counter radar. All right, he's in the radar. He's in the cap. Spotted now. This is a ship spot? Yeah, he got ship spotted by the Vamp Deuce. Interesting. Des Moines got spotted, though. We got some long-range Mecklenburg shells coming in. Decent hit. So all of that happened and no radars were triggered, which is interesting to think about, because that means there's going to be another opportunity soon for radars, I feel. Nice hits there. Solid hits on that Venezia from the Stalingrad. Torpedoes coming in on the Daring. They're going to miss. More torps coming in on this Minotaur. They were shooting at the Yu Yang for a little bit. Obviously, he's got to slow down and dodge. That's more important. If only MOYAI had put the Montana more centrally located, this could be a dead Minotaur here. He's going to eat sap shells and stuff, but, I mean, whatever. Wow, that actually doesn't even do much damage. That will give HAKUY the C cap for free, essentially. We have some radars going now in the B cap area. And Rob 6's Vampire Deuce, he's getting ready to back into the cap now that the radar is down. And I should also mention HAKUY does come away with the A cap as well, as torpedoes coming into the gearing. The gearing was forced to back off, it looks like. He must have taken a torp, or maybe that was a radar from the Minotaur that spotted him and he took some hits. But this board is all HAKUY. Aside from the middle here, Rob 6 continuing to try to play around, but look, they've brought both Moskvas back. So there's two Moskvas now with radar. Rob 6 losing some hit points for his insolence, trying to get the B cap. Plot twist, HAKUY doesn't need the B cap. They got two caps right now. No need to be too worried about that. I think they're better off focusing on holding hit points there and rotating pieces on the board. to get into the backfield. At least that's how I would do it. I would shove the Minotaur up the 910 line and use his radar capabilities just to go right through. L being detected. L being shot at. Torpedoes. Is he slowing down? Looks like he might. Obviously, he's speeding up now. Yeah, there it goes. Wow. Other than that, though, take a look. Not much to comment on, really. Minotaur spotted the smoked up so he can farm the Venezia a bit. The big thing is this MOYAI. Minotaur needs to get this Yang out. Now, if you look at it, MOYAI is rotating their burning Montana back to the other side. This is a smart decision. I really feel like it will... it can work out in their favor. As single torpedoes are going to go right past the Des Moines. Who is radaring, by the way, so...
Where's the streamer voice channel?
Why am I listening to Painter?
I'll see if that turns up. Right, when is our next series? What is our next series, actually? Our next series will be...
Why am I listening to this? Go away.
Question mark.
Oh my god, really? I don't know how I'm still hearing Painter.
Our next series is supposed to start at 18:15 European time, which is like, what, an hour?
Hey dude, can you cut me out of the... I'm hearing you. I don't know how, but I'm hearing you as you're talking, and I'm still in the game. Can you hear me, Painter?
I can.
Okay, now I hear two of you.
Oh.
Must be something with the guest star. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. I muted it now, so.
Thank you. Alright. Oh, I know why. It's the browser source, and I was using the browser source, and... Okay. Montana pushing down the 7 line. Mech over at the 3 line. Oh, look at these torpedoes on the mech. Gonna dodge the first set, but he ain't gonna dodge the second. There's a torpedo. Ouch. Forces the DCP, but he doesn't die just yet. Soon.tm. Gearing is in the A-cap to flip it, though, for MOYAI, but that's a lot of pain to lose a battleship for almost free there. War shells in. Oh, here we go. Think a Minotaur. Of all things, the Minotaur. Ouch. So, yeah. Just, I don't really feel like the mech is that strong of a ship. Now, look at the Montana. They shoved him down the 7 line. Then they just steered him right through the gap into sea. Almost like they're going to serve up their other battleship for free. This is really weird, guys. This is really insane. Other side, we got the Shimakaze now just smoking himself his way into the A-cap. And it's currently 778 points for HAKUY, but they have no cap control. Being pushed down C. B is still wide open, other than usual Mosfa radar. I feel like the way to get back in is through A. And you can almost see that's what they're thinking as they back their Shimakaze up into the A cap. And the other ships supporting are doing the cruiser dodgy thing, all the torpedoes. Now I wonder... Ooh, Kal-El is flooding and engines are out. He puts the radar on now. He does discover the Shimakaze. As he continues to flood. Shimakaze is going to get out okay. And we're still just looking for torpedoes. You know? We're still just waiting to see what kind of torpedoes are going to hit and land wherever. Montana, though, don't think he took those conga line torpedoes, but just sitting there getting shot at. He's on fire in the midsection there. Heel is up. Love the new graphics. Wow, that looks amazing. Let's go back over by A. I think that's where we're going to see this battle decided. Now that they know the Des Moines radared and it's down, I'm sure we're going to see World Spawn going in with his Elbing to A. Now, what he doesn't realize is there's a torpedo coming right for him. Dude, takes one on the ball. That hurts a lot. It hurts a lot because if you look at Brody's position in the Moskva, he's right there. Now, I'm surprised that they did not call for Brody to radar, because they would have caught him immediately if so. It doesn't matter because Worldspawn is going into the A cap. This is really not a good idea. There's that radar tripwire from the Moskva. And hello? I mean, he saw the Moskva. He knew he was there. So I just find it really, this is, in my opinion, a very huge misplay. He basically just threw his destroyer away for free. Now, granted, he took the torpedo too, but yeah, I don't like this play. MOYAI is probably going to come off with the kill here, and that's going to help them tremendously, because remember, they are the only ones taking up points. Yeah, Worldspawn realizes he's going out, he just luck chucks torpedoes. And now it's up to Yosha Shimakaze to get back into the cap, and he knows he's outside of Moskva radar range. There's the Stalingrad radar to pick up the Daring and the Moskva, but here's a Moskva that's got broadsides on the Stalingrad.
5 minutes.
Stalingrad's got to be very careful. You can't really push up too far with the Stalingrad. Look at the seaside. Look at all the torpedoes coming into War Gambling Enjoyer right now, folks. He just took, it looked like Venezia torpedoes and a deep water torpedo. They did cap C for it. But that was, that they paid heavily for that cap. They also paid heavily for the A cap, but they did manage to get it. More Moskva radar going up. And here we go, more daring conga line torpedoes coming into Thelvedem Stalingrad. I'm keeping a close eye on this Des Moines, because this Des Moines can absolutely get on the broadside and wreck the Stalin if these torpedoes don't do it anyway. Actually, it looked like he had them dodged, and he's going to back into... Oh no, he's going to back into at least one of them. Yep, there he goes, takes it on the chin. DCP is down. Here's the Des Moines. I was talking about the Des Moines coming back in with his AP. He's not even needed. This guy's going to burn out and flood out anyway. Jeez, talk about throwing a ship away. That's two ships that HAKUY just kind of threw away for free there. After MOYAI threw away their Mecklenburg. Montana does manage to get the C cap back for him. And now we're at 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's literally anybody's game at this point. It really comes down to who's going to get the right shots at the right time to make a kill. Three minutes to go. Looking at the scores, HAKUY is in the lead slightly with 3 minutes to go. I think it's a little risky for them to be opening up like this. Obviously, Yoshima's covered on Des Moines radar, so he's kind of screwed. Pro Ace, though, was detected momentarily by Minotaur radar. He's able to save his ship, though. Now, this Shimakaze dying is huge because once he's gone, I mean, it's going to make it much harder for HAKUY to win. Oh, wait, but the Des Moines takes a torpedo from the Shimakaze. It's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster because now the Minotaur is going to farm him. The Des Moines is trying desperately to heal up. He's got the heal going. We saw the Mothra was being shot at too. Brody, he forced to go into safety of the cap. That heal though, he's out healing the Minotaur. No more smoke. No more engine boost for Yosha Shimakaze. 2 minutes to go. Mothra shots coming in on the Minotaur. Renamed User has a heal coming up, a super heal coming up in 3 seconds, so I think he'll be okay. Look at the other side. More torpedoes coming in on Grozovoy. He's okay. We got less than a minute for HAKUY to win this game. Less than a minute. MOYAI needs a kill. How are they going to find that kill? The only game in town is this Minotaur who is just flaunting it in their faces with his super heal, saying nah, 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 nah. Although he is still actually being shot at. These guys are doing a brilliant job of blind firing him. They know they need to get him down to cause the win. And Renamed User just kept going straight, figuring he's safe. Oh, that fire, the Shimakaze, no! MOYAI's Montana goes down. Grozovoy goes down. And because of that, the Minotaur, he lives at 179 hit point. Like, one tick away. Look at all the guest shots going right now. All the guest shots going. 20 seconds left. And, whoa! Just like that, HAKUY gets a lucky torpedo hit on the Des Moines to take him down. Look at those two ships off in the distance. I'm going to keep them highlighted on my death pick because they stayed alive! Oh my god. My goodness. What a game. What an absolute crazy game. Wow. Wow, 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 and more wow. HAKUY wins that game. Pulls it off without even bringing a battleship to the fight. After throwing away 2 ships for free. They still won. What a game. Alright, well, congratulations to HAKUY for that win. Fantastic battle. Fantastic series. We'll see more of MOYAI later. They're going to the losers bracket.